Today there'll be no foot tap. Let's have a moment of silence for my brother Takeoff. I'll be dedicating this whole episode to him. Let's get into the drip report. What's up, everybody? If you're in New York City, you know I got you covered. Like I say my prayers at night, that the Lord Jesus cover me from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. Now let's get into some drip. I got them good old Air Ones on the floor, from the floor to the door. We doing fall colors. So I got the money dream camouflage on. You know I keep that water busting, that Mazda is mandatory. Oh, shout out to Kid for this mean leather jacket. Make me feel like in my high school when I would go crazy to get a new leather jacket. VL frames on the eyes, on the eyelids, that is. You can go to Vintage Frames if you want a pair. Now let's get into some weather. Right now the weather is pretty fair. We're gonna be in the 60s. In the day, the low gonna drop down to the 60s, but it's gonna be partly sunny, so bring out part of a drip, you heard, but don't slip, don't be childish. Now, on Saturday, the weather is a little bit warm for this time of the year. It'll be in the 70s is the high, dropping down to the 60s at the low. So enjoy the day, bring a hoodie with you, but keep it fly. Don't be childish. Now, Sunday gets a little bit tricky, even though we'll be in the 70s as the high, the 60s as the low. It'll be cloudy and a little bit windy. So you might want to keep an umbrella with you, and baby girl, if you got that lace front, hold it down, because if the wind hit it, it's out of here, you heard? Flag on the play. Don't play with us now. Let's see what's going on in other areas, climates, and terrains. Bye. What's up, everybody? This is your weatherman Jones with your national forecast to let you know how that weather is dripping around the rest of the country. Now, we're gonna start in the Midwest in Cincinnati. It will be in the 70s, dropping down to the 50s, which is great weather for this time of year. So if you're out there, put something fresh on, but put something warm on. It's gonna drop down, be a little chilly at nighttime as we go down to the ATL. I do wanna send an RIP, my blessings and condolences to the family of the great one. Takeoff, you know I miss you. It'll be kind of cloudy out there. They will be in the 70s, dropping down to the 60s. Whole ATL, I am praying with y'all. Now, as we go down to St. Louis, a little tricky out there. We'll be in the 60s, dropping down to the 40s, but we'll be windy. Wendy Williams will be spinning the block, baby girl, so hold that lace front tight. You don't want to lose that wig. I know they're kind of expensive for those units. Pardon me. As we go over to San Antonio, we'll be in the 70s, which is kind of normal for San Antonio, but it'll be dropping drastically down to the 50s. You could blame that on global warming. It's not my fault. I'm just letting you know how it goes. So if I was you, if I was out there, get a hoodie. Hoodie weather for San Antonio. As we go up to Salt Lake City, it'll be rain, rain, rain on your head. That WAP, that Cardi B, not the dance move, but that wet ass precipitation. They will be in the 50s, dropping down to the 30s. And you all know what 30s is. That's eagle temperature, baby girl. You're gonna have to drop down and get your eagle on to stay warm. And now let's get into the weekend drip. This week, hip hop and the world have lost a legend. His name is Kershnik Kyrie Ball. We all know him as Takeoff. Takeoff is one of the members of the Migos. Migos is one of the greatest groups ever, hands down, undeniable. You can't talk to me about that. Their contributions to hip hop will never be duplicated, from the rap flows to the cadence that they added to this game and all the spices that we see all the kids been trying to emulate. Takeoff was a special person out of that bunch, and you could tell from every record that he was on. He kind of took off on him, the Rocket Man. Takeoff to me was a brother that I never knew that I had until I got to meet him. And from the moment I got to meet him, the love and the respect was mutual. Share a couple stories. I had just brought the new Diplomat chain, and he was in the city. I pulled up on him at the hotel. He was like, "Nah, Unc, I need to see that. I need to see that." He took it off my neck. He put his own chain on and put it around his neck, and he was rapping some of my records while we was in the hotel room, and shit, it just made me smile just to see the joy on his face. And you know, you don't get to see too many people with genuine joy and genuine love like that, and I'm just gonna miss him so much. And as we all know, he was the person that gave me my latest hit. Was We Set the Trends. Him just coming to the studio like, "We gotta get one, Unc. I don't care about nothing. I ain't leaving the studio till we get one, Unc." And the one that we did get was We Set the Trend, so I'm forever indebted to him. And since I can't pay you back, my brother, what I'm gonna do is pay it forward to those artists that's up and coming and need some help from somebody like me. I got you on that. My heart goes out to his whole family. My heart goes out to Quavo and to Offset and my heart goes out to his mother. And anyone that's close to his mother, get closer to his mother, please. Hold that lady close and show as much love as possible. The great Takeoff, you will never, ever be forgotten. Not in my life, not in this hip hop game, and not in this world. You left a mark that no one will ever forget, my brother. I love you to the death. Until I get there, I'm gonna keep rocking. Love you. As we can see, gun violence has been tearing up our communities, also tearing up our rap community. According to AmericanProgress.org, black people are 10 times more likely than white people to die from gun violence. Now, in 2020, there was a study that says black people are accounted for 61% of all gun homicides, and we only made up less than 13% of the population. I mean, it's okay to disagree and take your ass home, meaning it's okay to agree to disagree. I'm saying that we gotta do better. And I'm not just telling you that, I'm telling myself that, because there's been times in my life where I have been part of the problem, but I've been priding myself on being part of the solution. And I'm not gonna be able to do it by myself. And I know a lot of my brothers with a lot of influence who are out here in this rap game and this culture, we need to band together. And I'm not just talking, I'm a walk without talk. Sleep in peace to my brother Takeoff again. One of the favorite things that he loved to do was get drippy. He definitely was dripping from the floor to the door. So here's a couple slides of Takeoff in that drip. Let me know one of your favorite Takeoff memories. You could put it in the comments. We're at the time of the show again, where you gotta get your drip right so you don't slip right. You gotta stay fly, you gotta stay high, you gotta stay dry. It's the same black time, the same black channel, which is REVOLT. Anything less is uncivilized. Catch you next week.